Hello, everybody. Welcome to another podcast of the CEO Chronicles. And this time we have an amazing speaker with us. His name is Nabeel Haider. He is the partner and CEO of Advice House. And what is Advice House? They're a leading accounting and tax firm present in Dubai. I have had the opportunity to work with Nabeel personally, and I've known him for 5 years. Till date, not a single person has come back and said, listen, Nabeel hasn't served me well. Everyone raves about his services. And amongst the people that also praise his services are some of the leading actors in the Pakistan film and TV industry. Yes, he's well known, he's well connected. And today we're going to be talking about what makes him love accounting so much and what kind of problems does he solve for others. So welcome to the show, Nabeel. How are you doing today?
Thank you very much for the warm welcome. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very well too. So let's get straight into the thing. You're from Pakistan.
Yes, I'm
Yes.
from Pakistan.
And how long have you been in Dubai?
I'm in Dubai from last 10 years.
Interesting.
Yes.
And how long have you been in the accounting industry?
10 years?
10 years. You're a chartered accountant.
Yes, I'm a chartered accountant.
And what makes you love accounting so much? Why accounting?
Because I love accounting. I choose accounting because I love to do maths. I love to
नंबर
do...
से बहुत प्यार है.
नंबर से बहुत प्यार है. I love to do that. So that's why I chose it.
जबरदस्त. ठीक है. चलिए. My first question is, in the UAE, the financial sector has been seeing a lot of upheavals lately, more than ever. Why do you think is financial planning all the more important now than it has been ever?
Basically, now financial planning is much more needed for the entrepreneurs. Why? Because now we have the increased competition of businesses here. Because other countries, the businessmen from other countries, they are coming into the UAE to set up their branches. The big giants, they are coming. Plus, now we know that taxes are here. There is no more tax haven. VAT is there. Corporate tax is there. So that is an additional cost plus compliance. So that makes things more difficult.
Correct.
So
Correct.
now financial planning is much more required than the time before. If you compare from today to 5 years old time, it is much required now because of the complexities.
देखो एक ना एक आई थिंक एक ब्रांडिंग होती है दुबई की कि बहुत अच्छी जगह है टू सेट अप अ बिजनेस क्योंकि टैक्स नहीं देना पड़ता जितना हमारे बाहर तरह की कंट्रीज़ में यूके यूएस से इवन इन इंडिया एंड साउथ ईस्ट एशियन कंट्रीज़ एवरीवेयर टैक्स का एक बहुत है. बट आई थिंक वो जो कुछ लोग कहते हैं कि भाई कान यहाँ से नहीं पकड़ो तो वहाँ से पकड़ो, बात एक ही है क्योंकि बाकी चीज़ों की कॉस्ट वगैरह ज़्यादा हैं. सो आप किस हद तक इस बात से अग्री करते हैं?
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. यूएई में इफ़ यू आर कंपेयरिंग विद अदर कंट्रीज, यूके यूएसए, बहुत रिलेटिवली कम टैक्सेस हैं. प्लस दे आर गिविंग यू वैल्यू ऑफ टैक्सेस. आपको सिक्योरिटी बहुत प्रोवाइड है. इवन यूके यूएसए में भी कोई सिक्योरिटी नहीं है. यहाँ पर सिक्योरिटी बहुत है.
करेक्ट.
इवन यू कैन वॉक विद द कैश, नो वरीज. तो वो भी है. हेल्थ फैसिलिटीज, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, उन्होंने सब कुछ आपको दिया है और पहले सर्व किया है, उसके बाद टैक्सेस लिए.
बिल्कुल सही बात कही आपने.
ये ऐसा नहीं है कि 2018 में टैक्सेस आए उसके बाद सर्व करना स्टार्ट किया. हर चीज़ पहले सर्व थी, टैक्सेस उसके बाद लिए उन्होंने.
करेक्ट. करेक्ट. सो एक विश्वास बन गया
जी
कि कंट्री के ऊपर
और
कि हाँ
रिलेटिवली दूसरी कंट्रीज के मुताबिक अभी भी बराबरी में बहुत कम टैक्स है.
वो मैं मानती हूँ.
बहुत कम है और ट्रीटीज भी साइंड है, तो कोई एक्स्ट्रा कॉस्ट नहीं है सिवाय कंप्लायंस के. कुछ एक्स्ट्रा कॉस्ट नहीं आई.
Interesting, interesting. So now let's talk about how does Advice House assist with business setup in the UAE?
Advice House, we are providing consultancies to our client. For example, if you'll come to us and you tell me that I want to do a business in UAE, then our team will sit with you to understand that what business you are into. at what scale you want to form your company, what are your goals in next 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, what is your requirements to have an office, to have a warehouse, to have a studio, or whatever you want, number of employees, the way of business. Then accordingly we are making a proper flow chart of a company. Then accordingly we are suggesting our client, okay, to form a company in a free zone, to form a company in a mainland, or which free zone or which mainland is better for you, and what are the advantages to have a company there. So first we'll assess these things. After that only we are opening a company for the clients.
Interesting, interesting. And do you also help with free zone setups?
Yes.
Or okay, you do both. You do
Yes,
free zone
free
and
zones and
mainland.
mainland.
Okay, nice. And let's talk about all the different kinds of industries that you set up businesses for. Any particular industry that you think is doing a lot better in Dubai in terms of revenue growth potential and so on in comparison to others?
Hospitality industry, they are earning a lot. Means in UAE now we have record-breaking visitors this year. So hospitality industries, food
Thriving.
and beverage industry,
Yes.
hotels, plus transport, local transport, passenger transport, they are earning a lot. Okay. Now I know these 2-3 months are a bit out of a season because of the weather and these things. But after you can see in the last quarter of the year, it will again hit to maximum, because now most of the visitors are coming here not just for the fun but to start
To
up a
settle
business.
down. Yes.
Because if you will see the geopolitical environment for the neighbor countries like Pakistan, like India, Russia, China, so these people are also coming here to set up a business.
Yes.
So there they can have a freedom to live easily and to invest in a secure place.
Totally. And let's also talk about something that's very recent, and we talk. I mean, it's everywhere. Let's talk about corporate tax, okay? And you busted a myth for me, where I asked you, I think last week, that do all businesses have to be registered for corporate tax, and you said no. You're the first person to say no. Now I want you to clarify this. Why no?
Okay. So basically in UAE we have two types of companies. Actually three. Third is a public joint stock company, so that is a massive, they need to do anyhow. For the SMEs we have two type of entities. One
Right.
is LLC or a free zone company. Second is sole establishment. As per the taxation laws, sole establishment is not a separate distinct entity. It is you. It is you. So for the companies, LLC or free zone companies, they are required to register and they are required to pay the taxes as per the normal regime. But for the sole establishment, they are only required to register and do all the compliances related to corporate tax if they are making a revenue of 1 million dirham.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
If they are less than that, they are not required to do.
Okay. So no sole establishments need to
Register.
register for corporate tax.
If they are less than 1 million.
If they are
this
less than 1 million. Now, what do you call a sole establishment? Like in your trade license, you should be the only person?
Look, your trade license, if you are the only person, that can be one person LLC
Okay.
or PC.
Okay.
One person company or one person LLC. Second thing is sole establishment. Normally, before, when this one person law did not came into existence, the sole establishment was supposed to be with local. The local is the only owner of the company, and he is giving you powers. If you will see in Abu Dhabi, relatively 80% of companies are still establishments, which are creating a massive problem these days in corporate tax. Why? Because since establishment is not a separate entity. So it means if you are having 5 establishments under your name, so these 5 are you. So then you need to do everything for combined. Combined. So when you will do combined, that will cause intercompany transactions issues because one entity is different from another entity. One company is having a refund, second companies have to pay. So these issues will arise. So now what they are doing, even locals, they are removing themselves from the establishments and they are giving shareholding transfers to the expats. Now it's becoming one person companies or one person LLC. So this is the story behind FZE or FZCO or LLC or sole establishment.
Okay. There's another controversial question I want to ask here. Okay. In business now in Dubai, by introducing corporate, first they introduced VAT, the 5% one. Now they've introduced the corporate tax, which is 9%. Is it intentionally being done to make UAE difficult to run businesses on? Or do you think that the initiative for corporate tax has been done to keep the wider good in mind?
Okay. First of all, they implemented VAT. VAT is required only to make a field for corporate tax.
Okay. Like a prelude.
Yes. Because if there is no VAT and they suddenly applied corporate tax, everyone can hide their figures.
Right.
Now we have 5 years with us, VAT filings. Every industry have their average data, average profit ratios, average beta, and everything is with the government.
Right.
Now no one can hide anything. That's why they have mentioned clearly that the sudden change in any expense or any kind of income is not acceptable. Second thing is they applied corporate tax and these things just to cope with the rest of the world.
Correct.
Okay, just to recently means they have taken out from the grey list of FATF. Now they want everything to be clean and aligned. Okay, now we have a lot of compliances, not only tax, we have anti-money laundering compliance.
Yes.
We have corporate tax, we have VAT, we have ESR. So a lot of compliances are there, a lot of filings are there, just to make the environment clean from any kind of error or any kind of unnecessary or unwanted funds.
What are the repercussions of not filing corporate tax? Because I know you told me that people have already started incurring fines, 10,000 dirhams and so on. It's been coming. What are the repercussions of not filing for it? In fact, let's just talk about it. See, why have people not chosen to register for corporate tax? Is it just ignorance, or have people deliberately decided nahi karna?
Both. Both. Some people, they are doing it by ignoring it, that no problem, they will increase the deadline. Second, people, they are doing deliberately, maybe they have a mentality that maybe they have revoked their decisions of implementing corporate tax. You know, when VAT was implemented, after 2 years, after 3 years, people were thinking that maybe it will be
Revoked.
Yes.
Oh.
So they are thinking same now. But
And that's
nothing will be revoked.
Nothing will
they
be
will
revoked.
face the fines.
They will
Yes.
face the fines. Right. Now, for instance, for a company that's making a decent turnover, that is over, making a net profit of over 375, which is the threshold. What does the filing phase, or, how do they file annually, and when do they file? What's it like? What's the procedure like, if you could explain?
Okay, after the year, companies are having 9 months period
Okay.
to file the corporate tax return
Okay.
and to pay the corporate tax amount.
How is the year calculated? Say by December, it's Jan to December as well, or what's it like?
No, there are 3 types of year end here. One is Jan to December.
Yeah.
Second is April to March.
Yes.
Second is July. Third is July to June.
Okay.
This is written in your memorandum.
Okay. Memorandum by the company.
By the authority from which you have taken your license.
Oh, right. Yes. Correct.
It's written there.
Okay. So based on that,
Based on that, after your year end, you have 9 months
yeah.
to compile the return, to submit it, and to pay the amount.
Okay. Okay, so it's not like how VAT goes one
No.
month later, you have to do it. So it does go well. Is there a possibility that now with corporate tax coming in, people can just show increased salaries and things like that to cope up with the corporate tax?
This is the most common issue.
Yeah.
Most common issue or most common thinking you can say.
Yeah.
Which companies are doing.
Yes.
They are increasing the salaries of owners or the first degree relationship. But specifically, in the 43rd clause of the law, it's mentioned that first thing, sudden increase in an expense is not acceptable. Second thing, for the owners or the first degree relationship of the owners cannot take undue favors or undue packages from the company in terms of cash or non-cash perks, such as fuel, such as home rental, such as kids fees. They cannot withdraw that.
Okay.
Okay, the
Yeah.
simple law that the owner's salary, if he or she is taking the salary, should be as per the market norms. So, what are the market norms? For example, if you are not the owner of your company
Yeah.
and if you are doing job anywhere, so what average salary you can get there,
Correct.
the same salary you can get from your
Correct.
company.
Correct.
This is the market norm.
Correct.
If you are taking more than that, this is not admissible and this is not allowable.
Do we get caught? So, for instance, I'm to file for corporate tax and I've increased my things, etc. How would the government get to know?
Okay. First thing is now you can see that everything is synchronized with one UAE pass.
Yes. Yes.
Second thing is companies are having WPS. If you are transferring your salary from WPS or even from the bank transfers, central bank have all the data. Now, if we'll talk about the return, let's suppose if you will show that your company's annual sale is 5 million and you single-handedly withdrawing a salary of, let's suppose, 2 million. Is it justifiable?
Not at all.
Because you have other expenses, you have
Yes.
rent, you have purchases,
Yes,
staff, visas, renewals,
Yes.
etc., and over and above 1.2 million just for you. This is an extra undue favor,
Correct.
which is not allowable.
Correct. No, that is a very intelligent way. I think the UAE government has really spent enough time to understand and make things fair and viable for everybody. All right. Let me also talk about. You're also a financial advisor to people in terms of how do they manage their books better so they can grow profitable. And you've worked with many companies. Can you share any one such story of a client where you have truly impacted their company and helped them increase their profits?
Okay, I have one client of mine. I will not take the name.
Of course. Sure. Industry?
The hotel.
Okay.
That is a hotel. Due to the passage of time, the
Yeah.
business were getting low.
Oh.
Business is getting low because they need a lot of capital expenses to incur on the hotel. Because now you can see every second day there is a new hotel with the new luxuries are coming up. So they're getting a bit older. So that's why their sales per occupancy of rooms are getting low day by day, and the business are about to close because they were unable to meet the expenses.
Correct.
But at that time, they have almost 10 ballrooms with them. So we sit and we discuss the financials, and we've taken that 2 of your ballrooms have been rented out.
Yes.
Okay, from which we can get this much of rent. And then we can calculate the figures that how much cost and benefits will come. Then we allowed all of the 10 ballrooms to rent it on annual basis. So some restaurants came up, some nightclubs they came up. So all 10 out of 10 ballrooms have been rented out, in the form of a restaurants or in the
Or
form
something
of
else.
clubs,
Yes, yes.
which will cost an annual income of almost, you can say, 1.5 to 2 million rental
Wow. Per
per
ballroom.
ballroom.
Wonderful. And it's a retainer income.
It's a retainer income.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So 10 ballrooms, 1.5 to 2 million rental income per year per ballroom.
Approximately 20 million.
Yes, 20
Very
million.
nice.
So they've increased, so they can manage their expenses. Then after that, they can start utilizing funds to overhauling of the hotel, the property, to get a new furniture, new amenities.
Correct.
These things now they are making good.
Wonderful.
Yes.
So I mean, see, this is where I think the biggest misconception comes, that we only consider accountants to be useful when it only comes to our books and just filing for VAT, filing tax, etc. But I think that they significantly also help you ensure your resources are maximized
Yes.
and that you're making profits and so.
Actually, this is the work of a chartered accountant. If you can see, like in 5 to 10 years, accountants, this data entry and these things, I think these jobs will obsolete
Absolutely.
with the AI.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. Okay, talking about AI, do you think your job or your work as an accountant has been diminished, or perhaps the worth has decreased after we have all these softwares, Zoho Books and Tally and QuickBooks, etc. coming in? आई मीन लगता है ऐसा कि भाई लोगों को लगता है कि भाई अकाउंटेंट की हमको ज़रूरत नहीं, हम सब मैनेज कर लेंगे.
So that's why now we are not accountants, we are consultants.
राइट.
हम accountancy करते ही नहीं है. They can do their entries, data entries, they can do by themselves.
यस.
We are only there to provide them consultancy for like monthly review or something, so we can check the financials. हम देख के उनको बताएंगे what are the red flags, where you are doing good,
Correct.
where you're not doing good, are you compliant, are you not compliant, so we can do the compliance for them. That's it. Basic accountant jobs or basic data entry jobs not required to do, and after a certain period of time it will be removed with the AI totally.
And then, but accountants would still remain relevant because their consultancy is something that perhaps AI, etc., won't be able to
Accountants
provide.
need to develop also.
Yeah, they
develop
need to
themselves.
upskill.
Yes,
Yes.
they need to upskill because
Yes.
basic accounting or basic fresh graduate accountant cannot do that. You
Correct.
need an experience to do that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, what are the advantages of working with Advice House in comparison to other tax consultancies in UAE?
Okay. UAE is a very competitive market. A lot of companies they're doing that, plus a lot of freelancers they're doing the same things. We are providing consultancies at the level best of our capacities. We are answering clients through 24/7 with their needs. We have an office here. I have a back office in Pakistan also. We are making collaboration and soon we'll open office in UK.
Nice.
So we are working on many things.
Right.
So we can set up their businesses and we can answer their queries 24/7. And we can help them to assist their businesses globally. Now we have a lot of clients which we are managing taxes here and we are managing taxes in Pakistan also. So the transactions between companies here and in companies in Pakistan, we are managing those transactions also and remain them compliant with the Pakistani taxations and here.
Okay, so people who have diversified businesses, you can assist with that
Yes.
as well. That is
so
an
same
amazing
thing which we are
point.
doing in UK also.
Right.
Soon we'll start a company there for the companies or individuals who are having business in UK. We will assist them as well.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. Very nice. And let's talk about, do you provide any advisory for clients on their personal wealth management?
The personal wealth management. Personal wealth, if someone want to invest at a personal level,
Yeah.
yes, we are providing advisory.
Okay. You do. You also help them, like you tell them that now's the time to invest in assets like
Yes.
properties and stuff. That's interesting. That's interesting. So let's just take an example. Now, for instance, I come to you and say, Nabeel, listen, I want to invest money in Dubai, and I have, just say ballpark, I have about 5 million to invest, and said, what is the blueprint that you would like to give out to a person like me, that this is where you should start in terms of investing, and this is where you should be taking it later.
Okay, then we can discuss to do the investment in different phases
Okay.
and in different businesses with the maturity of different times. So you cannot be cash out. It's your personal money, and you could need any time in future. With anything happen, you need your money. So if we can do in a one single project, it will be difficult to liquidate it. But if we'll do in parts, and if we'll do in different business, diversified businesses, you can have a diversified returns, and you can have your returns in different period of time, so you can utilize your returns as per your needs. Plus, if you are having 5 million, I would never recommend you to invest whole 5 million.
Correct.
Invest 3 and take 2 with you for the time being.
But you do feel the importance of having some liquid cash and perhaps invest in other businesses, so that you're not empty-handed at the end of the day. You
Yes.
don't have all your eggs in one basket.
Yes.
Interesting. All right. Moving on to my next question. What is the average time that it takes for businesses to see results after implementing your strategies for business growth?
Look, for the business consultancy clients, at
Yes.
least they need to wait for a quarter till 2 quarters
Okay.
to see the proper results, because in financial industries, the results are not coming
Overnight.
overnight.
Correct. So you say 1 or 2 quarters
2
is
quarters.
minimum that you see. Okay, fine. And how do you ensure that your clients receive maximum value and financial stability through your consultancy services?
First thing, the number speaks.
Yes. Louder than words.
Yes. Second thing, the client himself. Because if
Yes.
someone in this market, in this competitive market, if someone is paying you, they want to take maximum from you.
Okay. I have a very personal question to ask here. And this is, we often see businessmen actually, who say, I've got so many businesses, this, and that. One fine day, we read the newspapers and they've gone bankrupt, or they have left the country, or something else or the other has gone out. Do you think it is easy to go bankrupt with having multiple businesses?
Okay. Look, if you are investing in different businesses and the different scales with a large volume without expertise, you can be bankrupt anytime. It's very easy and it's very near to be bankrupt with investments like this. We have a lot of examples here. So if you are, I'm not saying put your all eggs in one basket.
Correct.
But not 10 eggs in 10 baskets.
Okay.
Okay. Invest sensibly. Or otherwise, we have a lot of examples who are billionaires and
Who just, not
now not in the history even.
Not in the history. And let's just talk about like a thumb rule from your side, a tip that you would like to give our audience. How much money should be, say, imagine I'm a business owner and I make, for example, 100,000 dirhams a month. Just, what is the thumb rule? How much should you invest? How much should you keep for contingency? What is your rule of thumb?
This is an 80-20 rule.
The Pareto
20%
principle.
you have to keep with you for any kind of emergencies or contingencies. Rest 80% you have with you. you need to do your expenses, plus you can invest part-time anywhere.
Interesting, interesting. Now, I come towards the closing of our podcast, and I tell me one thing that you learned during the course of your business in UAE that you feel changed your life. One learning.
One learning. Is it of personal nature or is it professional nature?
Let's take one personal, one professional.
Okay. Basically, both of the lessons I took in COVID.
Okay.
One is, it's very difficult to find a friend in UAE.
That is true.
Okay. And professionally, at that time, I understand that anyone must have a passive income. Apart from the scale of the business, if you are
Whatever
earning
it is.
millions, no
Yes.
worries, but you have a passive income.
Should have something. Yes. So, passive income is definitely important because, and I think it is one of the most underrated things.
Yes.
We're so invested in our day-to-day business operations. We're like, नहीं 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 ये चलता रहेगा, हो जाएगा. So, we don't really pay much attention. That is some interesting insight. Also now, top 3 things that you would like to advise to business owners who are watching this podcast right now in terms of their financial planning or in terms of maintaining their accounts.
Okay. Sorry. First thing, if you are starting a new business, do not spend extra just to create a hype in the start. Okay, it will not help you that much, but the losses will come. Second advice which I need to give to the businessman is, now we have learned that from COVID as well. Do not spend extra on the fixed overheads. We can do it online. Okay. And third is the last thing which I advise to anyone. Every day is not a festival day.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Tell me 3 mistakes that businessmen make. Okay, that's common because you set up businesses, you look at their accounts, you look at their financials. Something that really comes up in UAE businessmen, 3 mistakes that a lot of people make.
In UAE, there are a lot of, a number of mistakes in businesses because we have a majority of investors are from subcontinent.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
with their mentality, they are having big businesses, but the mentality is same.
Okay.
So some people, they are dying to invest in marketing. They are not doing marketing at all. Okay. Some people, they are spending extra on marketing, more than the budget, but the results are not coming. These 2 things which causing liquidity issues to them. Someone is spending extra and someone is spending even 0.
Right.
These 2 are the main issues.
Main issues that are coming. Well, marketing spend indeed is something very questionable because, we're always taught in business schools when you're introducing your product, you need to go out and so on. But I also see that there are so many startups right now that have come on and people are in because they have investors' money. And then they're just like spending on marketing, doing large marketing spends, and then there's like nothing.
Basically, it happened due to the mentality issues. People are investing a lot of money in marketing.
Yeah.
But if you will see, they are not paying good amount to a good service provider.
Correct.
They are paying small amount to a new or average service provider.
Yes.
Then the results are not coming. Then change of a person, then change of a person, then change of a person. Ultimately, they are spending much more than that one supplier.
That one supplier eventually. Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
And then they're saying that marketing is
It
not
didn't
giving
work out.
rewards. Yes.
Yes. It didn't work out for us. Awesome. Nabil, it was so interesting speaking to
Thank
you,
you.
such an insightful conversation, and I'm so glad. We touched on so many aspects. I have interviewed many people before, but I think the kind of financial advisory and the insights, the key points, the thumb rules, etc., you've stated, a lot of people often ignore, and they don't really talk about it. So it's been super amazing for everyone who's watching us. Nabeel Haider from Advice House is your person to go to if you're looking to set up a business in Dubai and you want to do it with a reliable, affordable service provider. He's not going to be overcharging you, he's going to be giving you what is feasible, A. And number two is if you want to get your books just reviewed by Nabeel, ensuring that everything is proper and compliant as per UAE laws, get in touch with him. His details have been provided in the description box below, and you can also go to his website and check out more about him and get in touch with him as well. And we'll be back soon with another interesting, insightful, amazing speaker. Till then, stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.